Hello, and welcome to part 2 of the Math 0361 Practice Test 4 review. Question 9 would like us to solve by the substitution method. The trick to substitution method is to get either x alone or y alone. It doesn't matter which one and it doesn't matter which equation. Normally I would pick the one where x or y is by itself, but I have a problem. X and y is not by itself anywhere. Every letter has a number with it. So what do? Well, in that case, I try to get the one with the smallest positive alone. And that honor goes to this 2y right here. So, let me do some side work over here and try to get y alone. So, that means I'm going to have to add 4x to both sides first. So that means 2y will equal to 4x plus 8. And then if you divide everything by 2, you get y equals to 2x plus 4. Alright, so you got y by itself. Now notice the second equation. This has a y here that I just circled in red. Well, red y, blue y, all the y's are the same. So I can do a substitution, and here's what this would look like. The 3 in the front is still the 3, but instead of that y that I have circled in red, instead I'm going to do parentheses 2x plus 4. And then bring everything else down. So minus 2x equals 4. This is the real question that I'd like to solve. So let's solve it. 3 times 2 is 6x. 3 times 4 is 12. Minus 2x equals 4. I see the 6x and the negative 2x can get together. That's going to become 4x plus 12 equals 4. From here I will subtract 12. So 4x is equal to negative 8. And finally divide by 4. So what we get is x equals negative 2. This is the first answer. Next I have to find y. So I have a choice. I can use the top equation to find y. I could use the bottom equation to find y. Or I can even use this equation over to the right side. I like this equation on the right side because y is already alone. So as soon as we plug it in, we're done. So, with that said, so it's going to go y equals to 2, parentheses negative 2, plus 4. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, and negative 4 plus 4 is 0. So your second answer is y equals 0. So those are your two answers. If you want, you could write it as an ordered pair. It would look like negative 2, 0. Number 10 would like us to solve by the substitution method. I got good news. If you look at the top equation, y is already alone. So I can replace everything up top in for the y on the bottom. Here's what that would look like. It would look like 3x plus parentheses negative 3x plus 5 all equal to 8. Alright, first of all, if there's a plus sign in front of parentheses, that means I don't need the parentheses at all. So it becomes 3x minus 3x plus 5 equals 8. Now watch what happens. 3x minus 3x go away, leaving 5 equals 8. If you're ever left with two numbers that are different, the answer is no solution, because 5 and 8 are not the same number. Number 11 would like us to do something different. This method is called the addition method, and here's the trick to this. I would like for x to disappear so we can solve for y. And for that to happen, x has to have the same numbers in different signs. Right now, I'm not seeing that because the first x has 15 and the second has negative 5. But watch this. I'm going to multiply the bottom row by 3 because 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. I can do this as long as I multiply everybody by 3. So 3 times 7 is going to be 21y, and 3 times 14 is 42. And the top will stay the same for now. So watch this. The x's are going to go away completely. I expected that. But the y's go away completely as well. So 21 minus 21 is 0. And 10 plus 42 is 52. Again, just like last time, there's no letters, just two different numbers. So once again, no solution. They're doing a lot of trick questions today, I see. Alright, 12. So for 12, I would like for x to go away. And right now, it can't go away. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to multiply the bottom row by 3. So you get positive 27, positive 12y, and equals to positive 9. And I'll keep the top the same. You kind of see where this is going. Yes, the 27s will go away. The 12s will go away, leaving 0. But then negative 9 plus 9 is also 0. There's no letters. There's two numbers, but they're both the same. And when that happens, this is a case called infinite solutions. Okay, so 13. On top, x has a 2, and on the bottom, x has a 1. So what I would like to do is I would like to multiply the bottom row by negative 2. So that becomes negative 2x minus 4y equals negative 10. And leave the top alone. 2x plus y equals positive 10. The 2's will go away as expected. But then 1 minus 4 is negative 3y, and 10 minus 10 is 0. Normally, we would divide by negative 3, and we still would. But guess what? 0 divide anything is still 0. So your first answer is y equals 0. Once you have that, you can use any equation you want to find x. I'm going to pick the second equation this time. It looks easier. So that is x plus 2 times 0 equals 5. I love 0 because 2 times 0 is still 0. So all that's left is x equals 5. And that's your ordered pair, 5 and 0. Alright, number 14, I'd like to evaluate the expression. Alright, 2 squared is 4, but the negative's on the outside, so the answer is negative 4. I want to talk to you about this because although you may think you know the answer, if you have a calculator, put it in the calculator. Don't take a chance, and here's why. It's negative 4 because there's no parentheses. But let's say the question was this. Negative 2 in parentheses squared. That answer is positive 4. So I want you to look out for that, so be careful. 15, same way, I would put it in the calculator. But if you don't have a calculator, it's the same as doing negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4. And if you do that, what you're going to get is positive 256. Then 16 is negative 3 squared. negative 3 cubed, and that's just negative 27. Because 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 again is 27. Times 3 times 3. And you still have the negative. Alright. Alright, simplify. Multiplying and dividing. To understand this, you have to understand that there's rules for numbers and there's rules for letters. Alright, when multiplying, we're going to multiply the numbers but we're going to add the exponents. Numbers first. So the regular numbers are 4 and negative 6. And 4 times negative 6 is negative 24. Very good. Next, the exponents are 6 and 3. 6 plus 3 is 9. And that's your answer, negative 24, x9. For 18, notice the exponent 3 outside. That 3 will distribute to every single term. So it's going to become 4 exponent 3. x5 exponent 3. And then y exponent 3. Let's do what we can. 4 exponent 3 is 64. Whenever you have two exponents on one letter, that means multiply. So 5 times 3 is 15. And y3 is y3. Nothing to say there. 19 is distributing again, but this time you have a fraction. Well, it works the same as with multiplication. Just give everybody, top and bottom, their exponent 4. So it's going to be 3 exponent 4. Then m exponent 4. On the bottom, it's going to go 2 exponent 4. Then n squared exponent 4. And we'll take it one at a time. 3 exponent 4 is 81. 2 exponent 4 is 16. So that's done. M4 is M4. No change there. But N2 with the 4, that's going to become N8. And that's it for that. Question 20 is just like question 17. Multiply the numbers, add the letters. So, negative 5 times 7 is negative 35. So that's done. And then 6 plus 5 is x11. And that's done. And that concludes part 2 of the Practice Test 4 exam. Go to our Google websites and tune into part 3. Thank you.